Hello farmers and welcome back to Dark Forest on Farming Simulator 25. We are in the month of November, about midway through, and we just got to do a couple more things before we just kind of jump on through the winter months while we take care of the pigs and sell some items, of course. It's a Monday. Hopefully everyone's having a good Monday and had a nice weekend. Yeah, we got to get started here because today I do want to make the cotton field and plant that, and we can get going over to start cutting down more trees to where we can make where the olive grove is going to go. So that should be kind of interesting. Let's jump into the stire because we're going to need that to use the batwing mower. So let's fire this on up. Fully fueled and fully repaired. This thing's good to go. If you missed the last stream we did here in Dark Forest, we did quite a few things. As you can see, the farmyard is picked up. We got a few sheds put down. There's Sam, by the way. And also, the entryway is looking a little bit different with the fence and the trees cut back a little bit. I cut back trees and replanted some trees just to make it look a little bit better around here. So that's what we got going on. So a fence line going all the way around to Granny's Knitwear, which will be used next fall once the cotton harvest is done. Hello, West Virginia. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Monday so far. Batwing mower is facing this way. Yeah, I only got about, I don't know, half dozen trees to cut. Didn't quite get to the end of it at the last stream on Friday. I think it was Friday. But you can see all this right here. This will be plowed on up, and this will be our cotton field. So that little cluster of trees in front of us, maybe it's more than a half dozen. Maybe it's closer to 10. I don't know. Let's jump on into there and start zipping them on down. So I was looking at the money situation, which, you know, we're doing decently. Of course, we're selling all of our logs as we go along. So a couple things on my shopping list that I wouldn't mind getting sometime soon. A larger tractor, but I was thinking, geez, do I want to wait until the Plains and Prairie pack comes up? But that's still a couple weeks away. They got a couple decent sized tractors there. I definitely want to use some of that stuff. One of them being like one of the large Fords. I think that has a capability of going up like 600 horse. I don't think I need a tractor that big on here, but it'd be fun to use. But I guess I can kind of plan for that. Of course, I'm also going to need a cotton harvester for next year. We could use a See and Spot weed sprayer for fields. That'd be nice. Hello, John. Hope you had a nice weekend. So, yeah, so we're just zip down these trees here, take the batwing mower, clear up the stumps because I don't want to get in the middle of winter and maybe if I get snow on the ground, be like, oh, I should have done that because now I definitely want to clear it up. I want to get this all done before the snow comes. That's right. You heard me correct a little while ago where I said, yep, I'm going to move this stuff over so we can start getting trees cut for an olive grove. I don't think the olives will be for next season because I got to plant them. I don't really remember what the planting time is for olives. That was kind of dangerous the way that tree was into the windshield. I think it's March to May I can plant olives, maybe? March all the way to June. Alright, so we got all the way to June. Well, maybe I could have olives next year. Hello, Miles. Welcome. My weekend was so-so. Wasn't bad, wasn't great, wasn't good. It was just a weekend. Well, thanks for asking. Weather wasn't the best here for the weekend. It's been kind of I think the weather here has moved back to early April because it's only going to be like in the 40s all week and rainy. It's like early April weather. Just a few more trees here. No, don't do that because you're gonna. Yep, you're gonna do that. Now I gotta kind of figure out where to cut you. You were somewhere around there. Not doing too good today on. Gotta be careful delimbing trees with lumberjack mod because every once in a while it will delete the whole tree. Not like it's the end of the world if I do so because we got a lot of trees here. 12 meters, somewhere around there. You want to cut that? Thank you very much. Of course, I am a little bit excited for tomorrow for Roadcraft, which comes out. Been having a lot of fun actually streaming SnowRunner recently. Although it doesn't, we don't get the views on SnowRunner like we do with Farm Sim. But tomorrow Roadcraft comes out, so see how that goes. Don't know what time Roadcraft comes out, but hopefully it comes out in the early morning. That way it gives me a little time to log in, get everything set up. Hopefully my steering wheel and everything works like it does the SnowRunner. So I can have all the settings kind of the same. Hello Farmer DeVoe, welcome. Alrighty, I think that's good for the tree cutting here. And since I'm in the 926, I'm going to go ahead and turn off the tree harvester and we're going to zip this on down. If I say zip on down, it's kind of hard to drive over this terrain. But we'll get it set up for cutting trees for the olive grove at some point. Which we will should get started on that today at some point, but I don't know when. Maybe if I need the money, we'll do it. So we got to get over by the Cooper. There's a tiny little peninsula that kind of protrudes out. I mean, it does seem like a good idea to put the olive grove there, but also in thinking about things, I gotta leave myself room to turn around and all that kind of stuff, so I may have a second look before I really get started on this. Yeah, it should be in this general area here. So, I mean, it's plenty wide enough here. Actually, let me put it in flight mode. That way you can get a better perspective of what's going on here. I mean, I think it's wide enough to turn things around. I just can't plant the olives right to the end. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. I think that'll be more than fine. Let's grab the truck. Let me get this set up. Oh, one stack of 12. Alright, I think it's good to go. Hello, Panther Killer. Hope you had a nice weekend. It's not a whole bunch of logs, but it is something. Sawmills are pretty much full. We filled them up on Friday. So they're going to be good to go through the winter. That one and that one. Lovely. Almost a full trailer of logs. Hello, Vitamin Protein. Welcome. Hope you've been well. This does does look quite different now when I come through here and I see the fence. It catches me off guard a little bit. It's like, wait, where am I? Oh, that's right. You put down the fence line. All right, so that was a quick 30,000. I'll try to keep the farmyard nice and clean by parking my stuff away when I'm not going to be using it for a bit. And let's hitch on up to the low loader because that's what I'll need next for selling stuff throughout the winter. All right, into the Steyr. Let's clean this little section up here. Ooh, I think I was going to clear out more than what I did. Ooh, maybe I was supposed to clear out these trees. I think I was supposed to. Well, I could take those down with a chainsaw. There's not that many of them. Actually, I'll probably just delete them. Am I going to purchase anything? That's kind of a vague question. I'm pretty sure I will at some point. Don't know when, but at some point we shall. Whoops. Unless if he had the mower down. Alright, so since I goofed, let's do that. Let's just eliminate these trees here. Don't know how I missed my line of where I was supposed to be cutting, but probably about I don't know, $7,000-8,000 worth of trees I'm just eliminating. So this gets rid of the brush and the stumps that are in the area. got one more patch to do on the other side as well. Amount of trees I removed from this area. When I plow it on up, we'll see how many stumps I didn't quite get. There's a stump over there. I see a stump on this. Go, stump be gone. It's a big stump I left there. Handy little tool to have on a map like this. I'm not really cutting it to get rid of the brush. I'm basically using this mostly to get rid of the stumps. But it's satisfying to see the brush disappear as well. Bring this over to where the 926 Fent is. Drop off the Batwing. I think I'll also get rid of these 2 trees here as well. I think I get rid of the stumps with it, so I think that'll look good. Don't worry about me just limiting trees. We got plenty of them to cut around. A little flecking stuff up. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a good Monday. Big fan catching up all on the old streams. But the wife was not thrilled with the purchase of my ATS setup. It's amazing how a truck simulator game can get you into getting possibly maybe like steering wheel, shifter. And man, if you really went into, I've seen some setups that people have done for trucking sims. A couple of them look like you wouldn't know they were playing a simulator game. You think they're actually driving a truck with all the screens and whatnot they got around them. Actually, I could have just went right around my other road by the Cooper. Well, I'm going this way now. Adjust my microphone here. Oop, yep, adjust the microphone and hit a tree. So I say I move on to the month of December. For my production buildings, I think the fish hatchery might need some mineral feed sometime soon. And the crawfish might need some broadstock feed. Sawmill, they're fine. The greenhouses should be good. Although I should activate the water tanker, so that's constantly dumping water on the end. Hello, RC Mark. Welcome. Things are going good where I am. Hopefully they are for you as well. good to go. Yeah, I think the next thing I would need is the plow on this. And then everything else will be done with the Phoenix truck. We went full low ball on Facebook Marketplace. Team Extras and got a legit setup for like $250. That's pretty good shopping there. The wife should at least give you not much credit for getting some bargains. So I really don't want to create this field because with precision farming, until, you know, if I just plow the field, the score in this area is going to be kind of terrible. Well, I shouldn't say terrible. It's going to be average. So I want to get to it once I can start really working on the field. Yeah, so I think we're all set, like I mentioned. Let me just double check on the pigs because I kind of forgot to really check on them. Food-wise, they're fine. They got plenty of straw. They got food for about 3 or 4 months. The corn crib don't care about too much. Crawfish, they're good for about 2 months. Fish farm, yeah, they need some mineral feed. Greenhouse should be fine. Granny's Zitware, don't have to worry about that. And the sawmill, don't have to worry about that. Oh, what's on the sale page on this series here? Okay, nothing there that we need or looking for. The case cotton module harvester, that'd be like the huge thing that I could use. Well, good morning, December. Again with the Azeki rice planter and a sugarcane harvester. All right, so we got the odd crop harvester, but not the right crop. That's sugarcane. We need cotton. I feel like this skipping right on through the next month, but let me just see crawfish 1 more month. And the fish are not really going through the mineral feed that much. Fish price is going back up, which is good. Crawfish price is going back up, which is good. Yeah, let's go ahead and skip another month. Heck with it. She tends to see as 250. I didn't need to spend on the upside. If I don't use it for 3 days, she motivates me to get the company's wheels rolling. Well, another way you can put it, you know, spending 250 on that and the amount of hours of entertainment you get out of that rather than, you know, maybe going out to a bar or whatever you may do on your free time, that would be a lot cheaper. So we got some snow overnight. Nothing in the sale page that we need. And let's see, the pigs, food, 1 more month they can go. Crawfish, yeah, let's go ahead and we need to get them their feed. Fish farm, mineral feed. Yeah, I can probably get all the way through to the springtime. And so let's go sell some stuff because it is January. Well, the diesel started in the middle of winter. Oh, yeah, I forgot to bring the manure over to the greenhouse. That's all right. Oh, wood chips. Good time of the year to be selling wood chips. Don't want to forget about the good old wood chips. I do like these sawmills because they're cheap. Again, though, the one thing that just bugs me a little bit is the spawn point. Sure, it's got plenty more than that waiting for us. got about 4 more planks, almost 5 or 6. Well, let me go sell this, because now after it took that prefab wall, that took up most of the space. Let's head on down to the store and buy the feed for the crawfish. All right, that's going to be, let's go to pallets. Crawfish. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't expect to sell the crawfish this month, but the fish price, what's the fish price looking like? $19.95? I mean, it's not bad. I will say the way the sunlight is here in January on the dark forest with the snow on the ground and on the trees, it does look like a winter wonderland. It's very nice. Didn't quite take it all. Wait, am I stuck? I can move forward, but I can't back up. Even with those tires, I mean, I realize I got no weight on the back of this thing. Unload to the right, please. Nope, you're unloaded to the left. Wait, which way is the unload? Ah, U is to unload on the opposite side. Let's plop that right there. Is the crawfish, are you getting full on crawfish? Out of space. Yes, you did run out of space. That's not good. Buttons on your wheel, and I find that's enough. I'm kind of with you there, John. I mean, I got plenty of buttons myself, and it's like that's pretty much all I need. If I need other stuff, probably stuff I don't really use that much anyways. So right now I'm just emptying out the crawfish. And we'll put it to the side here. Should have one more pallet to spawn. I want to unload to... Yeah, we can unload it to the right. That's good. Just stick them right there. More pallets, I think. Yep, just one right now, but it's getting close to spawn some more. But we got the other sawmill to get to. Hello, Bob. Hope you had a nice weekend. Appreciate you dropping on in today. I want to unload to the left. Stack that, please. And hello, Lisa. Welcome as well. So the cotton module harvester is what, like 480 grand? I mean, I don't need it until like October. Can't wait till you can actually play again and watch tons of videos over the weekend and discover some mods I think I like. Yeah, a whole bunch of mods did drop today as well. No new maps today, though, so at least not since I last checked. But welcome, Joe. Hope you had a nice weekend. And hello, Benji, as well. Is that it from the sawmill? I only got one prefab wall, not two like the other one. Pretty much. Alright, then we'll go sell some wood chips. Which I should be able to sell at the little market now after adjusting the ground a little bit lower. You haven't missed too much, Bob. I just cut down a few trees, which I'm pretty sure you've seen plenty of at this point. I did bring my... Oh no, the Steyr is down where the cotton field's going to be. Alright, so for now I'm probably going to park things here in the middle of the farmyard during the stream, but by near the end of the stream I'll make sure I'll try to put away things. Where is my... Oh, my trailer's inside this shed, I do believe. Your weekend was painful, had a finger amputated. Oh, that's... Okay, yeah, that's... That cannot feel too good at all. Why does it sound like I'm running in water? I realize it's snow. Maybe it's slushy snow. got it smashed between a couple of logs. I have done that, but you know, not to the extent that you did apparently. So I know how that sort of feels. I think I got enough wood chips to put us over 300 grand. Wood chips. Where are the wood? Oh, there they are. Come on, 824, you can do it. Are you going to be doing this thing where you're going to shift between 4th and 5th gear? Stay in 5th gear this time. Now you're going to shift between 5th and 6th gear until you realize you probably can't do 5th gear, or sorry, 6th gear. I help take your mind off the pain. I thought I would cause more pain sometimes. Or maybe that's just when I play SnowRunner. Oh yeah, we're definitely going to reach 300,000. Let's get the rest of the wood chips. You have installed a couple of mods I'm using, so I'll have them when I can play again. Mods do make games better. Hello, Storefern. Welcome. Hope you had a nice weekend. So get the wood chips out of the sawmills. Probably maybe 5,000 liters a piece. And then whatever's left in the mill, not the mill, but the silo. Oh, almost 10,000 liters. Well, a little over 9,000 liters. Don't shift up to 6th gear. Unless you can stay in 6th gear, don't shift there. wet for the next 7 days, trying to pace it for spring, summer. Yeah, the weather we're getting up here in the Northeast is almost like mid-April kind of weather. Pretty much in the 40s and rain. We've had enough rain recently. I just fear it's going to be one of those type of years here where we kind of like stay in the 40s and 50s for a long time. And then it's just going to be like, here's some 85, 90 degree weather for about a week and a half. All right. After, I don't want to say I'm struggling too much with the 824. The 824 is struggling. I'm not struggling with it. Well, I actually not got enough money to buy a New Holland, which I haven't used since Fresh Stocks. $334,000 for a 435 horse. No, not Smart Tracks. Tractor doesn't turn worth a darn with those on it. 336. $336 is what I need to buy that tractor. The Steyr is the biggest tractor we got right now, which is like a 300 horse. So going up to a 438 horsepower. About mods, I've done a couple playthroughs without them. Doubt I will play without them again. I can play without mods when FS25 came out for like the first couple of weeks. I could probably play without some mods. Anytime a new game comes out, I can play without mods, but then if I can find a mod that makes the game better, at least in my opinion, if it makes it better. Need a bigger tractor? Yeah, we eventually will get one. Thought April showers bring May flowers. It's almost June. Yeah. I love sleeping with my bedroom windows open right over my bed, but when the temperatures get down to the upper 30s, low 40s, sleeping with the window open is not a great idea. Already had 10 months worth of rain going by the average where I live. It wasn't last Friday, but I think the Friday before that we got pretty close to 3 inches of rain in like 24 hours. My stream in my backyard overflowed and overtook like half my lawn. You had to get new headphones, your 500-pound Sonos broke. My headsets... parts of my headsets that always break are, sound like they don't, the sound keeps coming through, but it's like the part that straps over your head the plastic tends to crack and break over time, which sucks. Alright, so for now I'm just going to park this here. The snow is driving me nuts. So up to 330,000. Yeah, it sounds like I'm running in slushy water. Let me just double check on the pigs. I think I said they're good. Oh, the manure. The manure. Let's put that into the greenhouse so we get double the amount of lettuce. Hot and dry with you. You have forest fire warnings. I mean, yeah, it is the time of the year that usually you do get forest fire warnings of all the dried lumber through the winter. But where we're at, don't think I got to worry too much about it. Sam is keeping an eye on the sawmill greenhouse over here today. The game volume was overcoming my voice, not according to OBS. It could be if I'm zoomed way in on a tractor. I can lower the game volume just a bit. Let me go ahead and just crank that down a tad. Now I'll probably start getting complaints that the game volume's too low. See how that works. Yeah, it could be if I'm zoomed way in, if I'm trying to do something. Alright, I think I'm all set to go into the month of February. And I'm kind of hoping the snow disappears, which I don't think it will. Because I want to get that cotton field plowed up, soil sampled, lime spread, planted. Yeah, we should be all set-ish. Why does that snow sound like I'm running in water? Alright, yes, let's go ahead and... The sleep trigger seems to be a little bit off. Well, I did turn down the game volume a little bit, so that should make it easier to hear me when I'm zoomed in on a vehicle. Alright, so we still got snow on the ground. What do we got here? Well, that's nothing I want to purchase. Nothing at all. What is the price of the fishies today? $19.89. I mean, it's not bad. Crawfish prices going up. Pigs food. Pigs need food. Pigs do need food. Crawfish, yes, that's fine. Should not really have to check on anything else. Wood, yeah, we got plenty of wood. So let's feed. You know what? I feel like selling the fish. Honestly, that way, I think we'll purchase a tractor. Do you want to grab the lettuce and everything? May as well. Watch out, Sam. $12,000 liters of lettuce. Well, the temperature is supposed to get up to 45 in this month, so the snow could disappear. speed up time a little bit more. There we go. So technically, we're at 34 degrees, which is just above freezing. Right now, the tractor I have in mind is probably the New Holland T8. Biggest tractor I got is 300 horse. New Holland would get me up to 430. That's everything out of there. I'm not going to sell the 824 Fendt. I did buy that on sale. It's this nice little tractor to have around the farmyard. Should not leave the farmyard with that. It's just stay here to move things around in case everything else gets busy. My old favorite tractor. Yep. Had it on fresh stocks and didn't use it. Well, I mean, I think I got like 20 hours on it then. And I may just trade the New Holland T8 back in when the Prairies and Plains pack come out. I may get myself like a Ford or versatile tractor. How many more pallets do I got to spawn? 2 more. And there they both are. Well, that definitely is enough. I think I will sell the fish. That's a lot of fish. You like the 6R250 series? I think I need to be more over here to sell the fish. Here's hoping the upcoming DLC would have the old Ford 4000 because that's what I use for my garden tractor work. My guess is after that DLC comes out, you'll probably start seeing some Ford tractor DLC on the mod hub, sorry. Oh wow, I wasn't paying attention to the money, but I'm up to 450,000. Okay, that paid off rather good. Yeah, I'm going to just part things in the middle of the farmyard, even though I said I was going to keep it clean, but we'll clean it up near the end of the stream. Large tractors. I just don't feel like we need any of the quad stuff, really. We just had the JCBs on Riverview. So, yeah, we'll throw the 435 horsepower in there. BKTs and just wide tires. We don't need weights on it. 336. So it still leaves me 120,000 in the bank account. Alright, let's go feed the pigs. Now, cotton we can plant in February, but the field hasn't been made yet. I mean, I can just go in there and start plowing it up with the snow on the ground. That's fine, but I'd like to see the snow disappear. I don't think Giants will do the old style tractors. There'll be modders that will do it. Now as I'm running around, we don't hear the sloshy wetness. It sounds like I'm running on concrete. What happens when I run down? This is where I was running before and it sounded like sloshy snow, but it sounds like I'm running on concrete. Alright, whatever. So yeah, the feed trough for the pigs only holds 9,000 liters. So I'm thinking about 5,000 liters of corn and the rest can be wheat. Dad has an old diesel engine Ferguson tractor. I think it's a 50s model, but wouldn't swear to that. Probably the old stuff is a lot easier to work on until you get a rusty bolt or something like that that doesn't want to come out. Some wheat. Now, as we have seen with these pigs, if I just feed them corn only or wheat only, their health will stay at 100%. If I feed them both wheat and corn together, that gets their manure production up a little bit more. And the manure production is what I'm looking at. Alright, let's see if, let's fast forward some time here. Let's see if the snow disappears. Oh, lovely. There goes the snow. Alright, let's jump into, yes, the Steyr. A lot of create fields. Alright, don't need to get right up to the tree line. That way our workers won't have too much of an issue? Question mark. So we're doing cotton just because. No rhyme or reason. Just trying to mix things up on this map a little bit by doing a little bit more forestry and doing some crop types I really haven't gotten into in FS25 yet. Cotton, we got into it a little bit on Riverbend, but not a whole lot. Why is there a shadow of a tree here? Interesting. Is there a tree here that I can't see? Trying to lumberjack mod, see if I get any green or red showing up. Okay. Well, we'll just pretend that, I don't know, maybe it'll just disappear. The tree is going to come back to haunt me or something, I don't know. I could have made this field a little bit bigger, and I might do so in the future. We'll see how much cotton we get off this field. Oh, Bob, this is going to be a cotton field. Uh-oh. First stump, and I'm sure it's not going to be the last. I think this is just the 9-meter wide plow. I could probably jump it up to a 12-meter wide one, but I'm not sure if this Steyr tractor can handle a 12-meter wide one. The New Holland could. I do got a stump here, but it's not going to be part of the field. Wait, where did it go? Oh, there it is. So by planting the cotton this month, it'll be ready a month earlier. And that means we can put it into Granny's knitwear a month earlier, which also means by the time April comes, we should be able to sell a whole bunch of clothing. Which I haven't made no clothing yet in FS25 because the recipe for clothing has not been worth it, in my opinion. Might be a floating tree, you think? I didn't see one off in the distance where it'd be higher up. Maybe it's high up in the sky or something. Just looks weird. But I may have to, since I'm creating a field where precision farming, it used to be a thing in 22. After I create it, I may have to save, go back to the main menu and reload the game for us to actually see the scoring on this field. Looks like a stump over here. Right there. So the second one I found after plowing. I mean, other ones I found on the edge of the field. It's amazing how these rocks are just disappearing. I wonder if I had stones turned on, would I get an abundant amount of stones in the field? Oh, another stump. So when I start cutting down the trees where the olive grove is going to go, that's going to fund the cotton module harvester. Wait, where was it? I saw it. There you are. It's like I saw you somewhere. That just hurts me deep down in my soul every time I use my chainsaw to get rid of a stump. Nothing will dull a blade or a chain faster on a chainsaw than running it through dirt. Well, I mean, I guess cutting a stone as well, but... Turn stones on, you'll find out. Do you want me to reach through the screen and smack you a little bit? I'm not turning on stones. I probably would not mind turning on stones if we actually got more stones off of a field, which sounds kind of weird. But then also, I think they would have to increase the capacity of the stone picker, because that doesn't hold that much to begin with. But I mean, if we got a decent amount of stones off a field, I could see myself maybe wanting to put down the cement factory. I I mean, I don't mind stones like one playthrough every 6 months, but it just gets to be it's one of those things I don't like it. You have stones on your playthrough on this map. Seems like you're just getting the same amount of stones as other maps. I mean, I didn't expect it to give us more stones. It just seems like with the way the terrain is, I don't know if that could be modded that way. It's a steel that can take it. I got a steel chainsaw in real life. It's not the chainsaw, it's the chain. Chainsaw doesn't care, but the chain sure as heck does. I've had my steel chainsaw for decades at this point. Could be nice to see a field here finally. Starting to lose track of how many stumps I've now had to take care of. But considering I cut down maybe like 150, maybe 200 trees where this field is, I think the Bednar Batwing mower / destroyer did a pretty darn good job. Darn it. You have a little electric chain sharpener and love that thing. I was going to get one for myself years ago, and then I just kind of like, oh, I'll look at it later, and never got I don't cut as many trees as I used to. I used to have no problem giving away firewood because I had that many trees. Used to give away firewood, and now I just got like stack of wood that I can't get rid of anymore. So this is the job you can't hire a worker for. Not that I would want to really hire a worker in creating a field though. Because who knows if they start wandering off with the plow, you could have a disaster on your hands with a worker taking off with a plow while the plow's on create field, because you'll just have a streak going down the middle of your map or something. You cut firewood for you and your dad to sell some. I got kind of on the lazy side. I went with a gas fireplace because it's just more convenient to walk in, just flip a switch. I do have about 5 chains for my chainsaw hanging in the garage that need to be sharpened. Guy I bring them to doesn't charge that much to sharpen them though. Now, when it comes time to for the olive trees, we don't have to create a field for the olives. But I will smooth out the terrain because being rocky like this, going over it with a olive harvester and also the Oxbow sprayer could make it kind of rough. And I hope we got some good soil here. I've been fortunate enough to be putting fields where the soil is terrible. Oh, I do see a stump over there. Oh, wait, where was it? I saw it when I was in the tractor. It's here somewhere. Darn it. Oh, there it is. Is this field showing up on the PDA yet? I think that's where I gotta restart the game for it to show. Okay, so it's showing here. Oh, it's showing there too. And alright, so I may not have to restart the game. Oh, my score is a 91. Interesting. I didn't know my score was that high here. I'm getting mixed up with the Penye map, I think. I'm getting my maps mixed up. When I go on the Penye, I think I got the equipment that I have here. And then when I'm on here, I'm thinking I got the score that I got on that map. Not much more, and we'll have the field created. Then we'll bring the New Holland on over with the soil sampler and the Bredel spreader. Soil sample it, then put some lime down, and then maybe grab the T8 once again and plant our cotton. We've already planted our wheat for this upcoming farming season. That was planted in the fall, of course. And we will have to plant our corn in April. Coast to Coast has an upgrade. Yeah, there are parts of the Coast to Coast map where if you are... I don't know if you mean that there's been an update or an upgrade, but the upgrade is... I think you gotta be a paying member on his Discord channel or something like that, and you can get it. Kind of forgot the whole thing about it. I even forgot where it's updated the map for. Yeah, I know I saw a stump here somewhere, and I was hoping my chainsaw would find it. Am I mistaken? I saw a stump? Oh no, I see it. Behind the second from the left. Why can't I see it when I get out? No, there it is. Wow, when I'm in the tractor, I can see the stump. But when I'm out of the tractor, I cannot see it in the ground, but chainsaw can see it. That was weird. Oh, wait a minute. Am I done? I'm done at this part. Oh, it's fill out the Dakotas? Where am I currently in my ATS? Oh, of course, I'm in Texas. Oh, that's right, Galveston, Texas is where we're currently at. Well, if I stream it this week, we'll may have to have a look at the Dakotas. But meanwhile, here on Dark Forest, our cotton field is in. I don't know, if I was Manfred, I probably would start working on the northeast part of the U.S. for the coast-to-coast map. Because I think the northeast is probably going to be the last part of the map that's done. Sam, it's almost like Sam knows where I want to park this thing. Oh, now you're going to walk right in here, Sam. Thanks, Sam. Appreciate it. Alright, soil sampler. Is the T8 going to fit in here to grab this? Oh yeah, we got plenty of room. And the burrito spreader should be in this shed down here. Oh, good. It's in the middle bay, the one with the doors open. Alright, yep, let's top this off with some lime. Alright, bring up the mini map. Yeah, I did mention about doing something in front of Granny's knitwear. Decorating up just a little bit. Don't really like the way it looks. But priorities, you know. Yeah, I forgot how long it takes to get a sample with the base game soil sampler compared to the modded one I had in 22. Again, you can just go ahead and buy your soil samples if you want to. But we got the sampler. I see a stump. It's going to take quite a few samples. We'll see how long this shadow of the tree stays here. I wonder if just by reloading the game, if it would just disappear. I don't think I was using, I think maybe the next step up soil sampler, so I think it was like double the size. A soil sampler would not be a bad thing to have in real life either. I think we gotta do soil sampling like every 3 harvests or so. But maybe in 3 years' time from now, I'll just buy the samples instead of going around doing this. I don't mind going around getting the soil samples. I think going around and getting them every so often will wear off on you a little bit. And when you got tons of money, paying a little bit extra cash for the soil samples to be done for you, it's a nice little convenience. It's not that much more expensive. It's going to be one of those where it's going to leave just enough in the middle in some areas where I got to overlap quite a bit. I wonder if I can get a little bit more. Sometimes the circle that shows on the minimap, it does a little bit more than what it shows. You were using the 360. Yeah, one of them, well, at least the biggest one in the mod pack, the soil sampler that is, on a base game map, I think if you did about 6 samples, that would cover the entire map, it felt like. Alright, this sample, and then one more. Alright, send the samples in for analysis. Let me put the sampler away before I accidentally drill another sample and then got to redo it. And now we're just waiting for the results. And then once we have the results, we can go ahead and start putting the lime down. And I found another stump. So $28.50 for the soil sampling, which is not bad. Kind of interesting, there's nitrogen in the ground. Is it because I plowed the forest grass? Some of these areas have enough, but as we can see, there is still an issue with the lime spreading. It doesn't seem to be working as intended, because I can already see one area where we're in the dark blue. Hello Arctic, welcome. Hope your Monday is going well so far. Also in the Plains and Prairie pack that comes out soon, and I see another stump. There are some fertilizing equipment that'll be coming out. I wonder if that will have or be able to be used on the precision farming. You think it's the tree roots giving us a stage of fertilization? I was kind of hoping for a fix to the lime spreading. I recorded tomorrow's episode of Penier yesterday? Yeah, I think it was yesterday, whatever day I recorded it on. And I had to spread lime in those fields there, and yeah, the color pattern on those for pH value was just seemed like it was everywhere. And I've been trying to hold off on recording Thursday's episode of Penier in case there was a fix, because I still got more fields to put lime on. Not too sure, but I think we're overspreading the lime, but nothing we can do about it. Saw a video on the DLC and it looked like a good pack. Yeah, it all depends on what you're looking for, I guess. Some people are not going to like it too much, and other people are going to love it. Same thing like when maps come out. Some people like maps, and other people will be like, no, that map is not good at all. All depends on what you're looking for. I mean, there's some equipment in the DLC pack that comes out in the third that, yes, I want to definitely have in our farm. Well, according to this, I'm not that far off from where I need the pH value to be, but I think it's overspreading for it. Right now we're on sandy loam. I'm going to keep an eye on that in the upper left-hand corner. See if it does change the soil type. Maybe that's what it's not doing. Because now it says no soil detected, which I was over the field. Alright, now it says silty clay, so it does know the soil type that's actually over. I was wondering if it wasn't changing for the soil type under it, but it seems like it is, because it's, yeah, silty clay. Well, silty clay is not what you want. So a few more passes, we'll bring all this stuff back, we'll grab our planter, and we'll throw some cotton in this field. Don't have to worry about weeds in it because we plowed it, so no weeds in this field this year. I do see another stump. May find a lot more stumps when I plant the field, because that'll smooth out the soil a little bit more. Sounds like you like the real, just flat maps, Bob. So probably something like Western Australia, even though it's not, I mean, it's not an American map, but that was a big, wide open map. Looks like I'll have enough lime to get this whole field done. Yeah, looking at the color in the bottom left-hand corner of the pH value in the field, doesn't look the greatest. But it's better than what it was. Alright, zip on down to the other part, and probably 3 passes in total. Maybe 2, but I don't think I can do it in 2. I suppose if I get the right angle, we can do it in 2 passes. Alright, so do I get to see my score in this field? If not, I may have to restart the save file. Yeah, you can see like 97, 84, 82. And I'm not seeing a score for lot number 7. So I may have to save and reload it for precision farming to actually take effect when creating a new field. So the lime spreader, I can put that away. Definitely don't need that again today. You open up this door here. What am I clipping on? Might have been my side mirrors. Could have been one of my side mirrors clipping the entryway. Alright, when I hitch up to the drill, we'll top it off if it needs to with seed and fertilizer. I'm going to save the game and reload it, and that field should now register after I do that. Plus, I want to see if that tree shadow remains or not. Let's see, put this to cotton. Hello, Skender. Hope you are feeling a little bit better as each day passes. Alright, let's go ahead and save the game. Twice for good luck. Quit to the main menu. And we'll reload it. So with precision farming, just like it was in 22, I can't remember, probably the same way it was in 19 as well. When you create a field, you're going to have to restart your save for precision farming to give it a score. Oh, I do see that I'm over 40 hours on this save. I thought it would have been more than that at this point. Alright, so if I go to now, this page here, go to here. And yep, there's our score, 57. So the only thing that's reading good on it is a soil sampling pretty soon. Direct drilling will be good. The tillage, and of course the fertilizer, pH, and weeds, that'll take a while for that score to register. Have to harvest it, basically. Alright, so in goes the cotton. Finish the last shot. Went around picking up cherries and sugar plums from the backyard. Well, at least you're being active about it, so that's good. Alright, so now that we're really flattening out the ground at this point, we'll see if we find any more stumps. Trying to see if that tree is here. Well, not the tree, but the shadow. And it's kind of hard to tell. And when March comes, we'll hop back into the Fent 926 and we'll start working on the trees for the olive grove. Seems like I can plant the olive grove rather late. I do see a stump there. It's not in the field, but we'll take care of it. In the Plains and Prairie pack that comes out in the 3rd, there is, I think it's a Vertistad drill that comes out that could be like a 25 or 30 meter wide one. So if you need a big drill for your farm, the Plains and Prairie pack will have a drill for you. Again, if you want to see what comes in the pack, there should be a link in the description below. That'll bring it to the Giants website if you want to purchase it, or if you want to see what comes in the pack. I think it's 21 in total tractors and implements. And I think you get a 10% discount if you buy it before the 3rd of June. If you have the Season 1 pass, then you are already going to get the DLC. We saw Daggerwin use tram lines. Looks like he lost at least 10% of his fields. I mean, the tram lines do add realism to it. But I could see where it's not really needed, even with crop destruction turned on, because as long as you take care of your fields before the second growth stage, doesn't really benefit you too much, other than just adding more realism. Yeah, it is kind of a... Now that the field's in, and we're planting and getting it all squared away, field is kind of a oddly shaped field, but that's the way it goes in farming sometimes. Trying to see if that shadow of the tree is there, and I don't think it's there anymore, so I think that invisible tree might be gone. I won't know until the morning of March. We'll have to come back up here and just take a quick peek, see if that shadow is there. My weekend was so-so, Skender. Thanks for asking. Wasn't good, wasn't bad, just kind of a bland weekend. So in about another 2 months, we'll have a whole bunch of crawfish to sell. Currently, we're saving up now for the cotton module harvester. But also, if I get the olive grove down this year, which is a possibility, I guess I could just lease that stuff this year. I don't think I'll be able to afford a cotton module harvester and an olive harvester and also the Oxbow fertilizer spreader. Of course, not using that much seed, not really using that much fertilizer either. But then again, plowing up this field did add a little bit of fertilizer to it. Starting to look pretty good on the stump side of things. I haven't seen many more pop up while we're planting. Should be about another 5 minutes and this field will be done. And then we can move on to the month of March. Well, they give me an excuse to do whatever you want. Nothing better than picking up fruits from trees and eat it right then. You're eating your profits. It's nice to have my New Holland TA on the farm. But again, like I said, when the Plains and Prairie pack comes out, I may swap this out for one of the Fords. I may not need a tractor as big as what that Ford could be. I mean, there's a few Fords in the pack, but I need something with about 400 to 500 horsepower. So now we just got to wait about 6 or 7 months to harvest this field. Bring it over to Granny so she can knit away and make us some clothing. From what we were told last week, this Granny's Knitwear does not appear to be an OP factory, so I'm happy with that. I mean, I don't mind making money, but then again, I don't want to make an abundance of money to where I just have millions of dollars. So what a transformation this area has been for the past season here. About 200 trees cut to a, well, look even better next month when it germinates, but the cotton is in. So, yeah, max yield looks like we got in this field. When I say max yield, max yield that I possibly could have. The pH is going to throw it off, because the pH is not being put down the way it should be. Oh man, just look at all that crappy silty clay. Sandy loam is over here. Oh, I probably got to reactivate flight mode. That way you can just run over. Yeah, so the yield on this part of the field is 100%. We're around 99 because I didn't roll it. And then down here, potential yield is 80. So yeah, this field, soil in this field is bad as well. We just need loam. And I'm not getting... I got a little bit of loam here and a little bit of loam here, and that's about it. Yeah, just not getting the good soil that we need. Yeah, so we get this back to the farm. We might get to planting corn today, so we'll leave the drill out. All right, so overall, let's see here. The pigs are good. I could bring the manure over. Crawfish, they're fine. Fish farm. Yeah, mineral feed's getting low. We'll take care of them in a little bit. Greenhouse is okay-ish. And the sawmills both got 64,000 liters of wood into it. So they're good for about another 5 months. So 35 pigs give us about 1,000 liters of manure per month, with giving them corn and wheat. Dump the manure on our water tanker as one does. All right, we are good to go to bed. And then say goodbye to winter, because February is winter. Go to our lovely little home. Probably should check the sale page, but I don't have the money to buy the cotton module harvester if it was there. Although I haven't checked in a while, but I'm pretty sure I could borrow a decent amount of money from the bank at this point. Well, there's a Massey Ferguson and an animal trailer, which I don't need neither of them. I am curious, if I did want to take out another loan, what is the bank saying I could borrow at this point? I could almost borrow, well, 920,000 is what I could borrow. So I should probably get the fish some mineral feed. What's the crawfish price looking like? 3,399. Yeah, wait another month to sell that. And I think I'll wait on everything else as well. The wood is about the only thing that's really selling good. Let's slow down there for a bit. I want to come over here. So our cotton is growing. And I'm not seeing that ghost tree there too much. Let me speed up some time. Yeah, that ghost tree seems to be gone. Don't see it there anymore. But our cotton is growing, so it's looking good. Well, it's looking good as best it can be. I just want to double check. Corn is not this month. It should be next month I can plant. Yeah, next month. Let's jump over to the 926. There it is. Fire it up, and let's start cutting down some trees and bring in some cash. So no traffic on the road here, so we're just going to go ahead and trim this up. So I'm going to clean up this area and put in an olive grove. And hopefully these trees can fund the cotton module harvester. Not as we decide, I can borrow $920,000 from the bank. I didn't see how much I had left on the original $500,000 loan. What's that down to? $144,000. I think it's going to look pretty nice out here with the olives alongside the riverbanks. I think this tree harvester is the only thing that I have leased. I probably could have paid for it if I just bought it outright. It would have paid for itself, but it's all good. We're making good enough money. I got myself a good little parking area in here now, get things off the road. Not like we have traffic going around though. And again, that's one thing I like about this forestry map. Got a lot of trees on it, but at the same time, there's not like the trees aren't clustered together, so cutting down just a few trees can open up an area pretty quick. So for a single player wanting to play in a forestry map, this is good. But, I mean, if you got like 5 or 6 friends that you like to play with on forestry maps, then you might want a map with possibly more trees on it. Because you get 5 or 6 people at one time cutting down trees, you're going to go through them pretty quick. All the trees in here are going to go. So you can see the riverbank right in front of us. Cut down a few more. We'll get our truck over here to load these up. And probably as I go along, we'll bring the batwing mower, cut the stumps up, and we'll paint the ground, level the ground and paint the ground. Again, to put down olives, we don't need to create a field. You just need to plant them. Yeah, I'm eating well, and if I'm eating chili, I'm eating chili. Just because you don't prefer it doesn't mean other people don't. Left. That trick always works. Doesn't cut the tree down, move it a little bit more to the left. So with olives, that's not going to affect our precision farming score at all. We've got the tree to the right of me. That needs to go. Yeah, this tree needs to go. Oh. Do I want to take the other down, the other one as well? Probably. So we shall. Close enough. Where I was, a little bit to the left. The batwing mower is over here, but I did not leave the Steyr tractor over here with it. Alright, the truck. But, need the logging trailer. Alright, we'll go this way over the bridge. a wheat field to the right. That will be a corn field in another month. All right, let's clean up this mess. As long as I remember to turn off the autoloader when I turn sharply, everything will load nicely. That took a whole bunch of... Oh, I forgot to... because I reloaded the game here. Yeah, I need to reset that. It's back to 2 stacks of 6. Just want 1 stack of 12. Well, that's a full load. And hello to Astrid as well. Don't let Skinner get away with too much just because of his leg. Don't let him take advantage of you. Easy around the corner. I feel like this is going to be a good sell of logs here for some reason. 45 plus the bonus, maybe? Okay, 39 plus the bonus. Trying to figure out if I should run a shortcut through. I don't think I can. I might be able to hide some of that fence. I don't know if I got the hide map object mod installed for this Let's Play. Got some more logs here, right? Yeah, a couple more. So again, we got until June to plant these olives. If I plant them by June, I mean, are they going to be ready for harvest in October? Okay, that one log just had to flip on out. Park this over to the side. It's not a full load yet. Ooh, I got some logs dancing. That's the first time I've seen the logs dance in the back of a trailer in 25. Let's unload all those and reload them and see what happens. They look better. Alright, the Steyr, let's go bring that over and we'll start munching up some of the stumps. I'm already starting to think about where I should start cutting next after the olive grove is in. Or maybe just right across the road here would be a good spot. Although I do own a lot of land, so maybe I can just cut down more trees where we own and put more fields elsewhere. I don't want to take down the swamp grass too much. Nope, raise up, please. Thank you. Let's try that again. Transforming this forest now into eventually an olive grove. So I'm trying to figure out what I want for a forest ground. Or just put in like a grass ground maybe. One stump here somewhere. I think I got it. I'm becoming arrogant. He says to stay cool and remember where you come from. Well, here's the thing. You don't have to be here to watch. Simple as that. Let's go ahead and color the ground. Grass cut? Grass dry? I think that'll work. I think that'll look good with the olives underneath it, maybe. Been a while since I've had olives, so I don't know. That should make it nice and smooth in here. Although it doesn't really match the other grass now, does it? No, not that one. Not that either. Not that one. All right, we'll match what's around here. Rather match what's around the area instead of having it look too weird. I was going to say, didn't get rid of that stone. Get rid of the stone. Don't want the stone there. Then I can throw the grass stubble in afterwards. Alright, that's a good start. Ish. Is that a stump I'm looking at? I think that's a stump. I don't hold grudges against anyone. Tree's too big. I don't think the tree's too big. Whoops, wrong button. That's the right button. So right up to the bank of the river, and also over to the pond. We're going to go out to that peninsula, cut all these trees down in this area. I have heard something about the PS5s and the fans as well, Bob. So I mean, I don't know if you're laying down your PS5, right? I don't have a PS5. I'm just going by. I heard this. Heard it somewhere. But I think the PS5s. Just make sure that the fan can get in some cool air to keep it cool. If not, it's going to shut down. If it's shutting down instantly, that may not be it, but something to keep an eye on. I did hear someone else say they clean their PS5 like once a month, so I don't know if you can actually take it apart and clean it. I have no idea. I know my PC, I take my PC apart once a month and try to get the dust out of it. My PC is a dust magnet with all the cooling fans I got in there. Even though it's liquid cooled, it still uses a lot of fans to get the heat out of there. Not sure how to clean your PS5. I couldn't tell you either. I just heard someone say they clean theirs. Quite often. Your PC sits on the floor. If it's like on a hardwood floor, it's probably going to suck in a lot of dust. And what some people may not know, if you tilt your PC back a little bit underneath, most power units suck in the cool air from underneath the case. And there's a filter in front of that. And if you have it on the floor, especially a hardwood floor, I'm going to guess maybe that screen's probably clogged up pretty good. And usually if you're getting like a whine, it could be because the fan that's running underneath, and I'm just guessing here because I can't really tell, I'm just giving you some options, but fans will squeal when they're trying to suck air through and it can't. Kind of like you sucking through a straw, like when you're having like a milkshake or something, and you're struggling to get the milkshake up through the straw because it's, well, milkshakes are thick, so... A fan would do the same thing. When it's starving for air trying to push it through, it could put a lot of pressure on the bearings in the fan. Leave it on a carpet. Yeah, just on the floor in general is not the best. Even if you just gotta get your case just a little bit of a stand, just to get it off the floor. It's highly recommended. Especially if you have pets. Yeah, pet hair will get sucked right up in, right up into your filter of your PC pretty darn quick. All right, Skender. Hopefully your leg is keeps on improving. Enjoy picking cherries and plums, was it? I just wanted to cut down a few trees to fill up the logging trailer, but sometimes when it comes to cutting trees, once I start, I can't stop. It's like a can of Pringles. Although this area may not be as big as I thought it was, but for olives, I think it'll be good enough. But also, Bob, we do get a moment, I would just lean your PC back a little bit and check underneath the PC to see if there's a filter screen for your power control unit. Because that's where most power control units will draw up the cool air from. Not all PCs, but most PCs do. Yeah, so this area here, I think it's going to be fine for olives, but it's not a huge area like the cotton field. So I think it won't take us too long to get this cleared out. And we'll have olives this year as well. I wasn't planning on olives this year, but I don't think it's going to take me too long to clear this area. Alright, a little bit more. Just going to be getting just the base game olives, not the ones where you got to shake the tree on or anything. Great. Which one was it? No, it wasn't that one. Not that one either. Great. Which one? Oh, man. Which one was it? Alright, what? Oh, it's just regular grass. Okay. Wasn't expecting regular grass to be what it is, but that's what it is, so that's what we'll put in. Don't mind if some stones stick on up through. I think they'll all disappear. There we go, looking a little bit better. I mean, yeah, it's still a decent amount of trees here, but it's not too much. But all these trees are going to go. Oh, wait, which tractor's running? You get turned off. Actually, I don't even know how much... Is it here? Factory, selling point, greenhouses. Cultivation, yes. Olives. So they need to be cultivated, fertilized, and mulched to gain the full yield. I mean, fertilized, cultivating, and mulched. I'm trying to remember a way to do both at once. Cultivating and mulched. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've done olives. Let me grab some of these logs. We'll go sell them. And I think we will move on to April. That way I can plant some corn. And then maybe we'll come back over here and cut down some more trees. Okay, so there's a log on here that's just causing a whole bunch of issues, it appears. Alright, it's settled down again for a moment. Appears to be a full trailer. And there's a log in there. Every once in a while I see the log shifting in there. There's a log in there that's not liking something. Not as bad as they were in FS22. This is the first time I've seen an issue with the logs in 25 trying to shift around in the trailer. 22 in Oceanside Forest, it was a constant problem. And trust me, I know, with the logs in 22, because I cut down over, probably overall in the FS22, I probably cut down 10,000 trees. We'll just keep on circling around. Might as well sell. I think I got another trailer load there. Same as keeping the entryway to the farmyard clear. And as for olives, we will be making olive oil. I'm just trying to figure out what production building I want to put down. I could put down the one that we had on Fresh Stocks. I think that was like the windmill that does olive oil. Don't think I even got the mod active for this series, so I wasn't really planning on doing so. Do I have that activated? Mods are going to be at the bottom. Don't think this one does olives, does it? Olive oil? I'm going to say no, it doesn't. Grab that other log. Grab it. There we go. How many more logs do I got? Well, I'm going to have more to sell anyways. What's the building to the left of your farmer's market? Install behind your starting farm. To the left of my farmer's market. Behind my starting farm. Well, I'm not sure exactly what building you're talking to, but when I get over there, I'll just point out each building and tell you what they are. That'll be easier. So right now as we come up to our farmer's market, the building to the right, that's Granny's Knitwear. That's where she will make cotton into clothing. You probably know about the fish market, or the fish production, if you will. We got our crawfish down there. This is the little farmer's kiosk. That in there, the red building, that is the farmer's market that's on the map. That brick building that's with it, that's just part of it. And of course in our farmyard here, this is sheds and everything. This building right here is the Cooper, making barrels, which we're not making barrels. I'm not going to load up these logs in case one of them is acting kind of weird. But I mean, that's a good start for clearing out. I mean, considering we started the stream clearing out some trees for the cotton farm, or the cotton field. This is looking pretty good. Let's get back on home. The pigs should be good. Yeah, the pigs are fine. And everything else should be fine. Crawfish hopefully we'll be selling next month. Oh, mineral feed. All right, we'll take care of them in the morning. They got good enough to get through one more night. Oh, I was like, why is the water going down? I kind of forgot. We exited the save game and reloaded, so my tanker's not unloading. And wood. Yeah, we'll have to get to start putting some wood back into those mills soon-ish. I mean, we can do it in the summertime. Oh, yeah, sale page. Anything different? No. Let's get to April so we can plant some corn. That way I'm just not cutting trees throughout the entire month of March. Well, nothing that I need here. A forage harvester, which is not a bad piece of equipment if you're looking for one, but I'm not looking for one. And nothing else there we need. The price of crawfish today, $38.37. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. That needs to be sold. So, and we got a good amount of it too. We got $72,000 before our bonuses too. The fish is $19.35. That's a good price. We got some lettuce. All right, let's grab that truck, shall we? Let's do some sales to begin with. We're $191,000 in the bank account, but soon we should be somewhere around 300 grand with everything I'm going to be selling. Cotton is looking, well, like cotton. When am I starting Roadcraft? That gets released tomorrow. I don't know what time it gets released tomorrow, so... I mean, it'll take me just a second to download it with my internet. Then probably take me... like a half an hour or... Whoop, I don't know why I'm leaving here yet. Probably take me like a half hour to set up the controls. Hopefully my steering wheel works with it. If I have to, I'll use the Xbox controller, which the last time I used it was the last time I played Roadcraft, so it's been months. Steam usually says, before, last time I checked, it said a couple days, but usually like the day before, it'll tell you how many more hours before it releases. So if I go to store page, it says 19 hours from now. So that would be... that'd be like 2 hours before I usually start my stream. Ish, somewhere around there. So probably have the same starting time tomorrow for Roadcraft. So, I mean, if they do release it 2 hours before the stream, that should give me time to get everything set up. Roadcraft is kind of like SnowRunner. It's made by the same people, but it's a lot of different types of things that we can do. That's it for everything out of that sawmill. Got loads of lettuce too. Yeah, probably should try to go sell this since the lettuce is strapped on the side like that. It's probably going to make my trailer want to tip over. Because that one pallet of lettuce weighs like 1,000,000 tons. Well, I'm going through here, so we'll grab the fish. Yeah, we sold the fish not long ago, so it's That's a good amount of fish, honestly. Oh, did not, why did those fling off? They weren't strapped on, apparently. Oh, is that it for the crawfish for now? Other than my other pile? Okay, sell the fish first, if I can. They take a moment. All right, so we're up to 367,000. Yeah, if you pre-order Roadcraft, you get it like a couple of extra trucks or something. I showed... we played the demo a couple of months ago. And that's the only thing I got. It was a little rough because I was driving around with the controller, which I'm not used to. But if you just go on my channel, Bob, and just type in Roadcraft, you should be able to find the demo that we did a couple months ago. It might have been even more than a couple months ago at this point. I'll either be playing it tomorrow or swearing at it tomorrow, one or the other. We'll see how it goes. I think in the demo, the first like 10 minutes were kind of rough because I got the truck stuck. The first truck that we were in, I got that truck stuck within like 30 seconds and didn't know how to recover or anything like that. Nope, no, we got more. And one more pallet of wood beams. I'm hoping the demo seemed all right. I didn't like it. I didn't hate it. I just was kind of unsure about it. Of course, it's the demo version, way before the release version. So, but knowing what they did with SnowRunner and games beforehand, I think Roadcraft will be good, and we'll get to see a lot more what the game has to offer. No, Lisa, I did not plant the olives yet. I didn't have your permission to, so no, we haven't planted the olives yet. Got plenty more trees to cut. But I've been cutting trees for quite a while, so we're switching jobs up for a while. Corn. I'm looking for corn. Corn. There's corn. Let's go plant the smaller of the two fields. And I may get a worker to plant the larger field. And while that's going on, I may get back over and cut some more trees. All right, we're up to 400 grand now. So this field will get weeds. I mean, it's got weeds in it now, but they will grow back and we'll have to take care of it next month. Yeah, I don't think we'll be planting the olives in today's stream, so if you happen to miss anything more, Lisa, don't worry. We're not planting the olives today in today's stream. Probably next stream, which I'm not sure when I'll be streaming this again. Gotta see how Roadcraft goes tomorrow. Although I'm kind of expecting Roadcraft, I tend to get maybe just a little bit more views than I do for SnowRunner, only because it's a new game. I like SnowRunner, but we just don't get the viewership when I stream SnowRunner. Nice to see the weeds disappearing, along with all the chaff from last year's harvest. Yeah, and actually planting with the T8, the Steyr did an okay job, but I was making corners with the Steyr and this planter. It did seem to slow it down somewhat. So the extra 135 horsepower this tractor offers does nice. And for those hearing about me streaming Roadcraft tomorrow, there will be an episode of Penier that goes out tomorrow. I actually uploaded that last night, so I just got to post it. So for those just want some farming action, Penier should be out tomorrow. You should use the batwing to mulch. On these fields, I mean, I could, but to me, I could care less about the 2% increase in yield. I mean, 2% is nice, but it does not, I don't find it's worth my time and all that to do, get 2% extra. Same reason why I don't roll. Sunset Motel, yeah, we did. I think it was I only did 3 streams on it, really. I think it was 3 streams is all we did. I thought you were there for that. We unlocked all the rooms and did all the parties. I think we unlocked everything for all the NPCs on that game. So, yeah, we wrapped that up about a month ago. Suppose we should say Roadcraft is a cross between Construction Sim and SnowRunner. Yeah, we didn't get a really chance to try that out in the demo, but that's kind of the way it is. Hello, FS Farmer. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Monday and you had a nice weekend. Speaking of, though, of Construction Sim, I'm guessing that game is kind of done with? As far as I know, Construction Sim has not brought out any, a third year pass. I don't think they've added anything since we finished up Construction Sim like last October. I haven't seen any news on Construction Sim anyways. My weekend was not too bad, FS Farmer. Thanks for asking. I'm going to hold off on getting a worker for this for now. I mean, it will be planted in this month, but don't need to do it right now. Let's jump back into the 926 vent. Oh, my truck is not over here. And we'll just try to get to the other corner of this river. I thought I finished up Construction Sim in October before FS25 came out. When I mean finished it up, I did all the campaigns. I didn't do all the daily jobs or whatever they're called. It's kind of funny how some games are, like on Construction Sim. Doing the campaign stuff, people love that. When I started doing an episode of just doing, like I said, I don't know what they call it, like daily job or task, everyone was like, yeah, I don't like watching that. It's like, well, there isn't much difference other than you're going from a big project to a quick, 1 hour project. Yeah, but I did all the campaign stuff on Construction Sim. And I really thought they would have a 3-year pass. That's why I was kind of just, I thought we'd be back to do more. But I haven't gotten any emails from them since then. And they would send me stuff before it came out. they would tell me like, hey, in about 2 weeks we're going to release this, release that, and I just haven't got nothing. So I don't know, maybe they're working on another. I forgot how many construction sims there are out there, like 3. So maybe they're working on a newer version. Maybe they'll run the game on Unreal 5. That would be something to watch. Am I trying to see how many logs I can stack on the back of the fence or what? Yeah, put one on the roof. Sometimes the tree harvester just keeps spitting out the back like you would hope it would. And then there's other times to where it's just guaranteed you can't do anything but have it land on the tractor. Yeah, Construction Sim is a game that, I mean, most games you have to have an acquired taste to. The only thing that kept my interest in Construction Sim was getting the campaign jobs done. The daily jobs weren't that interesting to me either. But it was nice to see the jobs get done. Alright, so on the shopping list for this series anyways, Dark Forest, yes, the cotton module harvester. And stuff for the olive grove. I actually built 2 airports. We had the airport on the USA region. And I can't remember if the airport was on the European or South American region. I can say the airport was not my last job. Well, if they're not planning for any more DLCs, my guess is they're probably working on the next version of the game, I would suppose. Which is kind of a shame. I mean, there's plenty of room on those maps that they already have just to add a couple more buildings if they wanted to. Yeah, see, I don't think I even streamed any of Construction Sim. That was roughly right when I got around my fiber internet, back when Construction Sim finished up. So I'm not sure if I ever streamed any Construction Sim. It'd probably be worse if you watched my videos on it, Farmer to Wool, so you're lucky you didn't. So because I didn't really cut out a lot of the work I did on Construction Sim. It was pretty much everything you saw. I mean, there was a couple of jobs where it's like, okay, I'm moving dirt, and it's like, okay, this will take me 20 minutes, and I would jump cut. But most of the time, you saw everything that I did. It was true. My videos, you bought a PC and a PS5 to play those games. I apologize for costing you money. Yeah, I love my fiber internet. Although I do need to get a different Wi-Fi router. Because I'm not maximizing the internet that I have. I'm still trying to figure out why they even ran fiber out to where I live, but I'm not going to ask questions. When I tell people that I know around here, so I got fiber internet, they look at me, you got fiber internet? Yeah, I don't know how we end up getting fiber internet up this road, but I'm not going to complain. And so far, knock on wood, trouble-free on the fiber internet too. Yeah, let me go ahead and park this up. Let's clean this up a little bit. I need my truck again, which is back over here. Maybe I have a secret millionaire admirer. If so, I could use money in other ways. If it wasn't for the fiber internet, I wouldn't be able to stream. I had Starlink internet before this, which was great because I was able to upload 4K videos, but I couldn't stream with Starlink. Starlink is not stable enough to stream, even in just 1080p. Starlink download speeds are great. Upload speeds, not the greatest. You know what? At first I thought this area was nice and large, or large for an olive grove. Then I thought it looked kind of small, but now looking at actually how wide this is, I think I'm going to fit a lot more olives in here than I think I'm going to. And I would like to get it to where, I know Courseplay in 22, Courseplay could work grapevines and olive groves, so I'm assuming it can do in 25 as well. Fertilizing won't take me too long for the olive grove. Harvesting, probably the same as the grapes, as it was in 22. I'm not sure if I'll get to mulch and cultivate in between, but we'll see. You're going from 50 megs to 350 to 500 megs. That's a good jump. Yeah, the fiber is I got here is really good. I got 2 gig. 2 gig up and down. Alright, so these logs will put us over 400,000. Alright, just keep on making circles here. Get the rest of the logs, move them out of the way. We'll get the batwing mower, clear out the area that we just cut down, paint it, sell these logs. Cleared out this area a lot more today than I thought I would. Actually, I wasn't even sure I'd even get over here today to clear out this at all. And so far, I'm surprised no logs have gone into the stream. I'm also surprised I haven't gone into the stream either. A couple more logs. Kind of glad I went with the extended chassis on the truck. This map is a good map for it because we got plenty of room. To turn around and do what we need to do with that truck. I wonder if I should put a fence maybe around the edge of the riverbank. That way, when I put the olive grove down, well, if I put a fence there, that might make it a little bit harder to get around. I mean, I think a fence will make it look a little bit better. Wood chipper on wheels is what this is. Go, looking a little bit better. And we'll paint this ground as grass, that way it's not so bumpy everywhere. All right, back into construction. So just regular old grass is what this is. I'm glad by painting it with grass, it smooths it out as well. I mean, technically I could come in here and paint it all grass now and it'll smooth it out, but I want to do it as we go. All right. More trees coming on down later on. Not today, though. I want to see how we're doing on trees being cut. 712. 712 trees have been cut. I don't know if that counts the ones I've removed with the lumberjack mod. I don't know if it counts those as being cut. I'm thinking, because we got the money, maybe... Because I don't need the cotton module harvester, like I said, till October. So I got like another 6 months to earn that money. So maybe the money I got now I should put towards the olives equipment. And the one thing I will need is the one that does 4 rows at a time. The oxbow, which is on the mod hub. Sam was down here visiting Granny's knitwear. Yeah, the one thing I keep forgetting is the farm has earned enough money where I could borrow, I think, probably $1 million at this point. Did it once when he built that bridge beside your farm. Oh, we're talking about falling in the river. Yeah, here, but I'm talking about, I'm surprised I haven't fallen in the river or logs got in the river over by where we're going to be putting in the olive grove. How the heck did I miss that one tree there? Do you want to leave one tree there just for decoration? Maybe. Maybe I do. I mean, a quick count, I would say like 70 more trees here, give or take, somewhere in there. But like I said, we got until olives. I got April, May, and then even into June. I don't know if I put them down in June if they'll be ready by October. I mean, it seems like they would be. This is kind of the way it works with the planting and harvesting season. I only got 1 month to harvest them in, though. Cotton is October as well, right? Cotton is October as well, yes. So if we go to the store page and go on down to... Nope, not there. Is it going to be under grapes? Ah, this thing right here. So right now that's 215,000. So this would be... Not the harvester. I would need... multi-row sprayer. That's what I would need. So basically, yep, this will take care of 4 rows of spraying fertilizer at once. So that's 215. And then, is that the same one? 253. Is that the same one as, yes, the same one. So we'll probably get this one for harvesting the olives, because I haven't used this one before. So I can almost afford both of those. What's the capacity for, if I do olives? What's the capacity? 3,000 liters? I don't know if that's, you know, seems like it's okay. Oh, do I need a special trailer for olives, or is that grapes? Oh, never mind. Right here, grape. It says grape trailers for grapes, so it's got to be grapes. I'm assuming the trailer that I have will do olives. Oh, it does. Almost like the last one. Olives. Did I play on Evergreen Valley in 22? No. Evergreen Valley. No. I'm double thinking of my maps. I don't think I did. Actually, that map does not even ring a bell to me. Evergreen Valley. I did Goldcrest Valley. Evergreen does not ring a bell. You do more miles on here than you do on ATS. Not quite. I mean, the scale of what I drive, maybe. So let's see. Our olive grove is coming along. Got a lot of trees cut out of here. Just got to do all these forward. I'll probably have a row of olives going this general direction, and then we'll have a second one going out to here. And I think actually that's going to give us quite a few amount of olives. I gotta install the windmill mod, because that will do olives. How much is the base game oil mill? I don't even know what the oil mill even looks like, to be honest with you. Dairy, cereal, grain. That's grapes. Oh yeah, because I did that. I mean, that's not that big of a building. But I think I'd rather do the windmill one because that looks better. Hello, Mr. Anderson. A good Monday to you. Hopefully you've been well. But yeah, you're kind of dropping on in at the very last second because I'm getting to wrap it up here for today. I think we did a pretty good job. So yeah, our olive grove, which would be going here, we got like, we're about halfway of clearing out the trees there on our lovely little pond. And if we go across the pond-ish, you can see our cotton field is growing and looking nice. Looking very nice. And yeah, the cotton's going to go into Granny's knitwear. Does she have... What's her limit on cotton? I don't think I'm going to get that much cotton, though. 45,000 liters. So that's like 2 modules. I don't think I'll be getting 2 modules off that field. Worst comes to worst, we'll just put the modules next to her and she can make the clothing. So she just makes it in the clothing. No, she doesn't make fabric. You can put fabric in here to make clothing. But we're just going to put in there and... do that. Or a fish farm. Oh, before I forget, let me go. Wait, you're busy. You're over here. Yeah, we'll take the T8. Let me go put the mineral feed into the fish farm because I keep saying I'll do it next month, And when I start the next stream next time, I'll probably get too involved on doing the olive grove. I don't want to forget about the mineral feed for the fish. How much? How many? What do they need here? 20,000. So 19,000 liters will be good. All right, John. Like always, appreciate you being here. Yep, tomorrow should be roadcraft. Fingers crossed. Mineral feed. Ooh, 19,501. Hopefully it all fits. Sure, Sam. Just sit right in the middle of the road. We're not trying to work here or anything. I would say all my work is what pays for your food, but I haven't fed Sam in a while, so... I think it's going to take it all. I think it's going to be almost topping it off. Oh, 72 liters. Well, I'll leave it here. It'll take it sooner rather than later. But we're all good, right, Sam? Let's go over and at least say hello to Sam. Yeah, roll in the dirt. Sam's all good. But we are at $432,000. And, yep, we'll be... next time when we're on here, which I don't know what day it's going to be. It's either going to be Wednesday or Thursday. All depends on how Roadcraft goes tomorrow. And if Roadcraft does not get released tomorrow for some unknown reason, then I'll probably be back on here tomorrow. So you may, if you're not interested in Roadcraft at all, may just want to double check, because if Roadcraft doesn't get released tomorrow as it says it will, then we'll be back here. But so yeah, I could be back on here tomorrow, Wednesday or Thursday. I have no idea when, but I'll be working on the olive grove, plant some corn, and of course probably get on to harvest season even, probably. But anywho, I think it's time to jump out of here. Appreciate everyone being here on a Monday, watching me do some farming on Dark Forest. Oh yeah, I do like how the trees are starting to look around here. We put these trees in last fall, so they either had very little or no leaves on them whatsoever. But yeah, the entryway to the farmyard, I like the way it looks, even with the fences. Should put in some lights in here, even though I don't play at night, but having light posts coming into the farm would look pretty good, cool too. But Maybe we'll look into it next time. And I still need to put down a shed for our harvester header and the articulated trailer right here as well need to be parked in there. Maybe some other things. So, yep, still got some more things to buy. So, yeah, that's what we plan on doing next time. At least an idea of what we need to be doing. So, yeah, I'm going to jump out here. Like I said, appreciate everyone being here on a Monday and watching me farm in Dark Forest. Tomorrow should be Roadcraft. If you don't know what Roadcraft is, it's kind of like a SnowRunner meets construction simulator type game. It is made by the people who did SnowRunner, so it's probably mostly going to resemble that. So if you like SnowRunner or Construction Sim, you want to check on those. I did mention should have an episode of Penny A out tomorrow for Farming Simulator, so you got a little Farming Simulator to watch tomorrow if you'd like. But yeah, I'm going to jump out of here. Again, appreciate everyone being here, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. But until then, wait, gotta zoom in on myself. Have a good one.